Guys, hope everyone is doing good. So in my previous video, we talked about Pythagorean theorem and how Pythagorean theorem helps to find out the third side of the right triangle. We talked about the right triangles before that. And I also told you how Pythagorean theorem is going to help you find the distance between 2 points. So that's where we are right now. So in this coordinate plane, we have 2 points here. We have one point, x coordinate 3, y coordinate 1. And we have another point here, x coordinate -3, y coordinate 4. What is the distance between these 2 points? And let's see how Pythagorean theorem that we just learned is going to help us find the distance between these 2 points. Well, there is a complex formula which I'm going to tell you by end of this video. But let's see, it's not as complex as it looks. The formula seems pretty complex, but it's not really. Let's try to understand the concept behind that. So when you want to find the distance between these 2 points, if you really look at it, see here, all we need to do is we just have to draw a right triangle with it. See here, from this, let's draw the second leg of the right triangle. I want you to understand this is the right angle here, and now we just have to connect these 2 points. So all we need to find out in this example is just this hypotenuse. I should have used some drawer tools, but this is okay. You understood, what I'm saying, what I'm doing here. So this is the right angle, and see here, these two legs, these are perpendicular to each other. We understand that, and this is one point, and this is the second point. So we just need to find out the hypotenuse, and we know Pythagorean theorem, we just talked about it, and all you need is the other 2 legs of the right triangle, and we got the right triangle here. Okay, let's find out the first leg here. What's the distance? What's this particular leg length? 1, 2, 3. So this is 3, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the second leg length is 6. So in front of you, you have got a right triangle with the 2 legs that have been given. One leg length is 3, the other leg length is 6, and you just need to find out the hypotenuse. So what does Pythagorean theorem says? Pythagorean theorem says that the length of hypotenuse, if the length of hypotenuse is c, so c square is nothing but the length of the squares of the other 2 legs. Okay, if this leg is A and the second leg is B, the sum of those squares will be equal. So c square equal to a square plus b square. A and b are 2 legs of the right triangle, and the c is the hypotenuse length. We just need to find out the c. So c square equal to a square. The first one is 3 square plus b is 6 here. So c square equal to 3 square is 9 plus 6 square is 36. So c square is equal to 45, and c is Square root of 45. So the distance between these 2 points is square root of 45. That's it. So when you want to find out the distance between 2 points, you just draw the right angle with those 2 points. And I'll tell you, let's make it generic. And let's say there are 2 points in the coordinate plane called x1, y1. Let's try to generalize and then see if we can bring out a formula out of it. That's called distance formula. Okay, let's say a point 1 is x1, y1, point 2 is x2, y2. Let's find out what exactly is happening here before coming to this x1, y1 and x2, y2, right? See here. So we have 2 vertices, and let's find out if we can get this third vertices. So this particular, the third vertex is nothing but, what's the x value? X value is same as this point, -3. That is the key here. And the y value is exactly same as this point, 1. I hope you guys agree with that. So -3 and 1, it's simple. So the interesting part here is that, so we need, okay, let me step back here. According to the Pythagorean theorem, c square equal to a square plus b square. So your c is equal to square root of a square plus b square. Fair? And now, how can I find out this? The first leg, and how can I find out the second leg? Understand here, all you have been given is these 2 points, -3, 4, and 3 and 1. See here, it has grown, or it has increased from -3 from the x direction. It has increased from -3 to 3. So it has increased from this x value until this x value, and y has either increased or decreased. See here, in some cases it could be increased, and in some cases it could be decreased. So I can say the difference, right? So the difference between these 2 y values, take a look at it, 4 and 3. So we have a 4 here, and this is 1. So the difference is 3. So can I safely say that when you have been given 2 different points, so the difference between x coordinates square, because the difference between -3 and 3 is 6, and that is the length of this second leg, or you can call it first leg, it doesn't matter, those are interchangeable, right? So the distance between, or the difference between x coordinates, okay, let's find out the difference between x coordinate, which is -3 minus 3. Okay, this gives me 1 leg, okay, but this leg square plus, now y, the difference between y coordinates, see, y coordinate here is 4 and the y coordinate here is 1, and it has moved from 4 to 1. That's all. So 4 minus 1, and 4 minus 1 will give you this second leg of the right triangle. So 4 minus 1 whole square, and your c is nothing but square root of the distance between, or the difference between x square plus the difference between y square. This is nothing but distance formula. So let's find out, there are 2 points, x1, y1 and x2, y2. how can we find out the difference between 2 points? So the distance d is nothing but square root of the difference between x coordinates, which is x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 square. That's it. So this is called the distance formula, but I did not start with the distance formula to explain to you the difference between or the distance between two different points. You don't need to by heart this one. It's very easy. All it's there is a simple right triangle, and this is one of the examples of where we use Pythagorean theorem, but I'm going to tell you later on. We'll talk about trigonometry and much complex problems. I'll tell you how Pythagorean theorem is going to help us solve the complex problems. So I hope you appreciate the Pythagorean theorem here, how it's helping us making sense of finding the distance between 2 points without having to memorizing this whole distance formula. It's great if you can memorize, but you don't need to. Thank you guys. Again, I'll meet you in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye now.